Hello, 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 hello. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Such a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. Say hello in the chat box. Come and say hello in the chat box. Hello. And tell me where you're calling in from, streaming in from, whatever. Whatever in from. Come. Great to have you here for the 14-day prosperity reset. Such a pleasure to be here with you. Excellent. So, what is this? Hello from Wales. Excellent. Love that. Okay, guys, no lurking. I want to hear from more of y'all from the Netherlands. Hey, Annemiek. Lovely to have you here again. Excellent. Okay, so it is the 14-day prosperity reset. And as I was coming upstairs to get myself organized and get this thing started, I saw an email in my inbox from some person that I've kind of allowed to send me emails. I'm going to mute things out, I guess. Let's mute everyone. So let's mute everyone. Let's mute everyone. Okay. So yes, and one of the things that I notice about these particular sets of emails that I receive sometimes is the immediate gratification thing, which is great for marketing. Okay, so I have no issue with that. But I know that when people come to this, there can be a tendency to think that this is it and it will in some ways gratify you immediately, kind of open you up to what is possible for you. Absolutely, it will. I expect every single person that does this 14-day prosperity reset and actually does it all the way through and does the simple things that I ask you to do, you will have some kind of breakthrough. You'll have some kind of, personally, for most people, it's some kind of money thing. Some kind of money thing is going to come through, some unexpected money. It's going to make you feel like, woo, oh my God, is this working? Is it coincidence? It isn't coincidence. It is working. I know when I did this first, within the first week or so of doing this, I got £1,800, which for me, there was a feeling of, is this coincidence? Am I just making this up? Or is it what's just going to happen anyway? And yeah, you will think that. And I say to you this, you are the creator of your reality. Nothing happens in your life without you in some way creating it, whether you're aware of it or not. Now, part of being here is that we walk away in some ways from the instant gratification stuff. Yes, you are going to be instantly gratified, or at least within a few weeks. I would say if you don't get some kind of miracle money within the first 14 days, keep going for 30, and I'll explain how you can do that. But that is actually that little instant miracle money thing that happens. It's almost like you've kind of started shifting things inside of you, and if you then get this wonderful thing happen and then go back to living the way you used to, carrying on doing what you've done until this moment, why would anything continue to change? Why would anything continue to change? Okay. And so looking at these emails, and in fact, I even put a post together about how people want to kind of get this quick hit, quick magic button, press the magic button, everything will change. Or they pay some money to get something that doesn't really make sense to you. But hey, they said that if I did this thing, then I'll suddenly make lots of money, or I'll suddenly, have the soulmate of my life, or something. It doesn't make sense. You internally, deep down, you kind of feel uncomfortable thinking, really? But because you want that instant something, and we've all done it, so there's no judgment from me, but I do want to bring this to your attention because anyway, I was just thinking about it and thinking how people want to do this stuff, but really it doesn't work. We know it doesn't work, and yet we keep putting ourselves in these positions where we either you're continually chasing fantasies, hoping that some fantasy is going to work for you without you changing anything, or you give up and tell yourself, oh well, maybe my dreams are too big. Maybe it's just not possible for me. Things like that only happen to other people. I've done all of this. Okay. So no judgment at all. I'll tell you a bit of my story as we go through. And I was just aware that I could change my marketing. And in fact, I have done in the past where I felt like I need to just sell what people want, even if I know it's not actually going to work unless they work it. But if I sell it in a certain way, then people will just come anyway. They don't last. Actually, because I can't do that for any length of time because I know what I went through and what I continue to go through in order to grow, in order to expand. We are ambitious spiritual people. That's why you're here. You are an ambitious spiritual person. There's more to your life. You know it to the core of your being. You know there is more for you. Do not be deceived into thinking that there's some kind of magic button or that you're going to do this for 14 days and then somehow your whole life is going to change, even though for the last few, what, 4 decades, 5 decades, 6 decades, who knows how many decades, you've been living a certain way, believing certain things, acting in a certain way, being very consistent in building a life you did not really want. But somehow in 14 days or whatever, after doing a few things that I tell you, which are very simple things to do, and actually change, it's the actions you need to do for changing your life. They're simple. They're always simple. It's the consistency that people find a struggle with. It is easier to believe the fantasy than it is to believe the, if I do this consistently for a period of time, even though there's tension, even though it feels uncomfortable at times, that my whole life will change. And it will if you give it time. So I start with this because yes, 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 I want you to be excited and I want you to be enthused about what we're about to do here because yes, you will have some kind of tangible breakthrough. But I also want you to be, I want you to be honest with yourself. How many times have you started something and then stopped or not being consistent with it? How many times have you seen this exciting new thing that seemed like absolutely the answer to all of your problems, and then you did it for a little bit, you didn't immediately get a response, or it just, oh, you saw another exciting new thing. And so, oh no, I'm sure the divine is pointing me in that direction. And oh no, look at that. Oh, look at that. Please don't do that here. It's actually part of the whole presentation is to tell you this at a later point. But it's like as I was looking at this email and thinking, this guy ultimately has created, and there's nothing wrong with that because what he's offering, it would work if people will work it. But most of the people that are buying this stuff, because it sounds so instant, it sounds so, I don't need to do anything. I just need to listen at the right vibration. And if I listen at the right frequency enough, then my life will change. And I'm like, come on now. It's not impossible. But is it likely that you're going to keep doing exactly the same stuff you've been doing, everything, but because you listen to something at the right frequency, now your whole life is going to change? Really? Really? And yet we buy into this stuff when we want to. And I know I did. I know I did. So no judgment from me at all. Just trying to bring this stuff to your awareness. That as we start this 14-day prosperity reset together, please, yes, be consistent for the 14 days. Very, very simple things. And I know Christmas is here, New Year, all of that stuff. So many temptations, but they're always there. You know, now we can use Christmas and New Year as the reason why you're not going to stay consistent. You can if you want to. You can do that if you want to. But I know that when I got serious about change, I could no longer use things like, oh, because I had this birthday, or I was in hospital for this, or that person happened, this something happened. All of these things happened. I had birthdays, I had children in hospital, I had myself in hospital, I had whatever, and I still had to stay consistent because I wanted change. Do you want change that bad? Do you want change that bad, or is it just nice? It's just, it's nice to have maybe when things are convenient, when everything feels really, perfect and all of that stuff. And, oh, then, when my life somehow it has space for the change that I need to do in order to create the space that I want in my life. And yet, oh no, it's just so busy at the moment. If I just wait until life settles down, how is it ever going to settle down if you're continually doing the things that create the chaos that feels like your life at times? But enough. just as I was listening to this stuff, it's like, or reading this email, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, people would rather buy a fantasy than actually do what it takes to change their life. I really hope that's not you. But you're here anyway, whatever. And even if you get a few moments of, even if this is just a seed that plants in you until you are truly ready for change, then I'm glad. I'm glad, and I'm glad that you're here, okay? Because this 14-day prosperity reset will help you break old patterns. It will help you reconnect more deeply with the divine, and it will unlock some kind of tangible breakthrough in your income, in your clarity, in your confidence. And yes, it will change you if you do the 14 days or carry on to 30 if necessary. And then also continue with the change. Continue doing simple things consistently. Simple things consistently is all that is required, okay? And anyone can do this. People sometimes tell me this whole thing of, oh, I start things and I just can't seem to stay consistent and carry on doing them. And this was actually from somebody this week who is in the process of doing the 14-day thing and has just had this unexpected offer of £5,000 for a complaint that she'd written off. Is it divine intervention? Yes, it is, basically. Um, and another example, which nobody's ever able to see, but so I kind of copied and pasted it all out here. And this was somebody else who did but this was because I started this as a 7-day thing and I decided to extend it to 14 days. So I started as a 7-day thing, and then she got all of these things happening to her, getting money and all of that stuff happening to her in her 7 days. Okay. Now I'm not going to promise that everybody's going to have something within 7 or 14 days, which is why I say some of y'all might need to go to 30, because for some of you, there's just, for all of us, we're different. We come from a different background. There's different stuff that is in our system that needs shaking and blah blah blah. Say hello, guys. There's more of you. Come on, say hello, say hello, say hello. In the chat box there somewhere, say hello. I'll say hello again so you can see the chat box in case you didn't see it the first time. But anyway, yes, and what was I saying? Who knows? I was going somewhere with something, but I'm going to carry on anyway. Ultimately, these things can happen. You will have some kind of tangible breakthrough. And yes, I was saying that each person is different, which is why for some of y'all, you need to go to 30 days. It's not that you're somehow harder than anybody else. It's just that you have a different background. You have different beliefs, and there's some things that need a bit more shaking, and that's okay. So if you need to go into 30 days, go on to 30 days. I do want everybody to have some kind of tangible breakthrough before you move on to carrying on with the regular Deliberate Millionaire, daily rituals, and all of that stuff. Please do it. If you are truly committed to transformation, to change, to whatever it is in your life. I call it the free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life. Each person, that looks different. It looks different for you. What I do know is that it's possible for every single one of us if we will do things, simple things, consistently, which is what you're doing right now. You're doing simple things consistently to build a life you do not want. Can you please choose instead to do simple things consistently to build one you do? Okay, please be very present as you're listening to this, whether you're listening to it live, whether you're listening to it as a recording. Be very present, listen deeply, not only to what I'm saying to you, because what I know is when I make myself available, and I know when clients make themselves available, when you guys make yourselves available to listen to this kind of thing, because the divine brought you here. There's no mistake about that. You asked for some kind of support. The divine put me in your path, and here you are. You said yes. Okay. The divine will continue to speak to you, through me, through yourself. Okay. Listen, have your notebook to hand. See what starts to stir up inside of you. Make a note of it. Make a note of it. Okay. So it's not even just what I'm saying to you. It's also what the divine is trying to get through to you. You are someone who knows that you're destined for greatness. It might feel really weird to say, I'm destined for greatness. Basically, I did say that to somebody once when I was in my early 20s. I'm not likely to say that these days. Am I? Actually, I am. I'm probably likely to say that these days. But, but in my early 20s, I definitely said it. And she looked at me really funny, like, yeah, maybe pride is getting to you, my love. Basically. And we tell ourselves that we should just kind of temper down or tame our own desires. And I'd say, no, don't tame yourself. There's enough people trying to tame you. Don't add yourself to the number, for goodness sake. Yes, you are destined for greatness. I don't care how old you are. You're alive. You are destined for greatness. There is something you're meant to do, and there's a part of you that really, truly knows it. But have you given yourself the time to create that more? Or have you listened to the rhetoric of the world around you telling you that, come on, you just need to, be sensible, be reasonable, be logical, and all of that stuff. And I know I've just told you about not chasing fantasies. Yes, don't chase fantasies, but at the same time, do not give up your own dreams and your own desires because everybody else doesn't think it's possible for you. You are the one that gets to determine that. Okay. So you're here because you know you're meant for something more. Okay. You might feel a bit stuck. You might wonder what's getting in the way. You might wonder when it's going to be your turn. And you're trying very hard to be grateful for the life that you have. But it can be a struggle at times. If you're ready, again, I say this, if you're ready for change and you're open to doing very simple things consistently, bearing in mind always that you are the one that is in control of what you do each day. You are the one. So again, people say to me, I just find it so hard to be consistent. It's not true, because you are consistently doing certain things right now that is keeping your life the way it is. and you are very consistent with it. It's just that this is something new. This stretches you a little bit. And so you tell yourself, oh, every time I try something new, I get really excited and then I don't do it anymore. Who is making the choice to stop doing it? You are. You get to choose again any moment. Today is a good moment to say, you know what? I choose again. I will do simple things consistently to build the life I want, rather than the one that I know I can build, even but I don't want it. So why do I keep building it? So as long as you're ready for that, this is for you. This is for you. I'm Rosemary Nonny Knight, by the way. Some of y'all are very new to the community. I'm a weird blend of African and British. I was born in the UK. Then for 5 years, lived here, and then without my parents, I was with foster care, private fostering arrangement, and then sent back to Nigeria with my actual family, and which was a very, very big shock to me. And then I came back again when I was 17, and I've lived here since I was 17. So I have seen poverty, really in a third world kind of way, basically. So I've seen real poverty and I've seen regular life ultimately, and what wealth can look like and all of that stuff. And so I see things somewhat differently from a lot of people. I used to be very passive, living very passively, just going along with whoever's plans for me. My parents' plan was I become a pharmacist. I became a pharmacist. I did whatever I was told to do because, well, they seemed to know better than I did. And I wasn't really fully feeling in control of my life, which, yes, okay, some of that was youth, but some of that was just passivity. And that's where the whole living life deliberately came from, because I passively went along with a lot of people's ideas of what I should be doing. And even when I started earning money as a pharmacist, there was ideas of what I should be doing, because of course I have people that I'm supposed to be supporting with money here, there, and I'm blessed to be a blessing, don't you know? So there I am distributing money up and down and everywhere. My debt is increasing and increasing and increasing until, woo, 7 months pregnant, I went bankrupt. Okay, and then after this was actually about this time of year. It was this time of year, just before Christmas. I'm 7 months pregnant with my first daughter. I've gone bankrupt, and the next morning I wake up and I'm dead inside. I feel dead inside. I call it the blank, and it happened, and it carried on for 4 years. For 4 years, all my emotions, everything just seemed to just die out. With hindsight, I realized I was well depressed, as well as the fact that I felt like such a failure, such a failure. It wasn't supposed to happen to me. I was supposed to be black, don't you know? I was supposed to be, well, I don't know, change the world in some way, basically. And as I already said, I told my friend about how I was destined for greatness. And there I was, yeah, not feeling great at all. So yes, for 4 years I felt whatever. But during that 4 years, I did give birth to my three children. And it was after giving birth to my third child, again, another Christmas time like this, being yelled at down the phone by a family member, an extended family member, because I was unwilling to send money to some other family member. And I hadn't told anybody that I'd gone bankrupt. So they didn't know that I was bankrupt, because I felt so ashamed of myself. Okay. And I was doing my pharmacist thing and thinking, this is my life now, selling all my personal development books, all the spiritual development books. I sold them all, thinking things like that just don't happen to people like me. So just realize that you're lucky that your parents at least made you become a pharmacist. You're going to be a pharmacist for the rest of your life. Be happy with it. At least it's pharmacy. You're paid well. What's the issue here? Except in being pregnant with my children was the recognition that I wanted to home educate my children. Okay. And I wasn't sure how I was going to make this whole thing happen. But anyway, when I was having this call with this person, I suddenly realized, because I've been spiritual forever. Okay. And this is something you must understand. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how religious you are, the divine will never force you to live your own purpose aligned life. It will always be your choice. You will be supported whatever you choose to do. If you choose to feel depressed that you can never do anything, like I was, the divine loved me anyway. Okay. And the moment I decided to wake up and start doing something different, the divine still loved me anyway. So you'll never be forced to live your own life. So it was me having to wake up at, again, another Christmas, 4 years after going to the bankrupt, this time with three children, and realizing I'm at the bottom anyway. Life doesn't feel great. I may as well do something different. Basically, I didn't have to wait until this moment, but I did. So neither do you. I have to say this. Please don't wait until you're really desperate. It's not great. Okay. It was at this point I did say, okay, what can I do? What can I do? I want to home educate the children. I don't really want to be a pharmacist. In fact, I quite dislike it strongly. Hate. But anyway, as a result of all these thoughts coming into my head, I realized it's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to you. It's up to you. And so I looked into property because property was something that I could do with the children. I did. So, and they were also telling me about what's it called? No money down. There are no money down. I'm thinking, well, I have no money, so let's go learn about no money down. But in order to learn about no money down, I had to pay money. So, so I paid like 10K in order to learn how to do no money down strategies. And there was a commitment inside of me to figure out that, well, to follow along with whatever this guy did. Whatever this guy said to do, I was going to be consistent and I was going to do it. And so for that year, it was the hardest year of my life. I'm not going to lie. Hardest year of my life. I was being challenged to do things that I didn't even think I was capable of doing because I had been trained to be an employee. Okay. And so suddenly I'm trying to be a business owner. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. And even that 10K, for goodness sake, it was like, I don't have the money. I had to borrow the money and having been bankrupt, I'm daring to borrow again. But this time there was just this commitment inside of me that things had to change. Are you there yet? I really hope so. Not the desperation. You don't have to wait for desperation. You do have to make a decision that actually you're going to do what it takes to change your life. Okay. And anyway, long story short, 12 months of hell, it felt like. And I won Businesswoman of the Year, won this Porsche Boxster, which really, really helped my confidence grow at this point because it was like, oh my God, somebody's acknowledging me. Hey. Basically. And then within 6 months of that, I'd replaced my income as a pharmacist. So I was able to actually leave pharmacy. It was my coach that actually told me this at this point. He was like, what do you really want to do though, Rosemary? And I'm like, well, I'd like to be a coach. This property thing, yeah, it's okay, but it's not really what I want to do either. Because for me, again, I'd made the choice to do property because it seemed reasonable. It wasn't what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. But I didn't have the confidence to do this at that point. At that point, it was just like, nobody wants to hear about spiritual stuff. From me? Really? No. Basically, let's just do something that, housing. People always need housing, right? Just like people always need drugs. Okay, so let's just take a sideways step to housing. And that's what I did with the property. But it was still also killing my soul. Until this coach that I was working with said, what do you really want, Rosemary? And I was like, I'd like to be a coach. And at that point, he said, just get on with it, because I had all kinds of excuses, just like everybody. Just get on with it. But at least I had a bit more confidence at this point to, okay, let's give it a go. So I started as a business coach. And then I started adding my spiritual bits to it because I had another coach remind me that the only reason why you're doing, the only reason, because I knew for me, it was the combination of my spiritual authority and the practical action that allowed me to create the life that I wanted or start to change everything. But I wasn't telling anybody about the spiritual authority because I didn't think anybody wanted to hear about it. So one coach that I was working with at that point said, you're lying to people then. Ultimately, you're trying to tell them that they just need to follow strategies. And when they follow the strategy, then they're whatever. And it's like, it's never been that simple, and it never will be. We are divine beings having a human experience. We must combine the both parts of ourselves. We must. So anyway, long story short, I transition, kept getting more courage to finally fully, properly own myself. Okay. And some of y'all, maybe that's a journey that you need to go on, but some of you, that has nothing to do with anything. You ultimately, you do want change because you know that you're living the life that isn't right for you. There is a system. There's a goal you want, and it is yours to create. You wouldn't have a vision that you could not bring to life. I like to say your vision is your permission. You don't need to look to anybody else to tell you that you can live the life that you want to live. The permission needs to come from you. And it is really only you fully embracing who you are and allowing yourself to express who you are that change really, that actually, it makes it easier because it is what you are meant to do. It's like you finally, it's fitting into the right path for you. Apart from all the fears and the doubts and the all of that, really, it's actually the simplest way to wealth, to happiness, to the free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love, joint life is actually doing the thing that you want to do. And stop denying yourself your own desires. Life is supposed to be simple. Life is supposed to be easy. Prosperity in all areas of your life is your divine right. But we forget this. The pain, the limiting beliefs of the past cause us to create unnecessary difficulties for ourselves. But we tell ourselves that we have no choice. But the truth of the matter, as I've tried to get across already, is you are the only one with all the choices. No one will force you to live the life you're meant for. It's on you to choose to. You can rise victorious if you choose to. So please, during this 14-day reset, don't go all human on me. Or what do I mean? Don't add anything to it. Okay? Don't add anything to it. Just keep it simple to what I ask you to do over the 14 days or the 30 days if you decide to go beyond the 14 days to the 30. Yeah? Stop jumping around. We've already talked about this whole, oh, look at that exciting thing that tells me I will definitely change my life in 3 seconds. Let's do that. Oh, let's do that. Oh, let's do that. Oh, that didn't work in 3 days. Let's try something else. Enough with the jumping around. Put the blinkers on. Just stop looking around and just focus on being very present, being here. I like to say to my clients, you need at least a year for change to really take hold. There are habits that need to be broken, habits that you don't even realize are keeping you stuck in the life you do not want because you're so used to living in a certain way. You haven't questioned your beliefs in God knows how long, or maybe you're starting to, because a lot of you, because you are ambitious spiritual people, you've done a lot of navel gazing and checking what is this and what is the other, and you think you know everything. And you do know. That's the problem, is that you do know. You just don't know how to apply it. And I call this the stage 2, where you're painfully awakened. You're awakened. You know that you are powerful. You know all of this stuff, but it's painful because you know the stuff, but you can't seem to make it work for you. You need support. Starting here is a great place to start. Okay? But stop jumping around. Be very consistent with what you're doing. Give up that, because there's that spiritual pride thing that happens where I'm supposed to know this. I'm supposed to know how this works, and I shouldn't need any help. I should just be able to go directly to the divine and figure it out on my own. If that were true, you would already have done so. So yes, it is true. It's just you're not at that level yet. Be here and celebrate your being here and allow yourself to grow naturally. And sometimes growth requires support. Allow yourself to get support and allow yourself to stay on the path long enough to see the results. Okay? Stop with the instant gratification stuff and stop with the spiritual pride stuff as well. Okay? It's not helping you. It's not getting you anywhere at all. So this again is another example of someone. Ooh, look at that. Life is a choice. I actually like the simplicity of the journey. Excellent. Hey, Julie. Life is a choice. You choose to be depressed. So the universe supports you to be depressed. Yep. Greetings from Virginia. Hello. Hello from Ireland. Hello, all of y'all. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. This is another example of someone who did it as well, and then got some kind of refunds from insurance or something. So yes, you will get income coming from somewhere somehow. It just happens, and it's happening because you're making room for it to happen inside of you. Okay, you're making room for it to happen inside of you. Allow that to come through. Watch for it, but I'll tell you more as we continue. Okay, so carrying on here. Before we get into the 7 simple things you're going to do, let me tell you a little bit about the beliefs of a deliberate millionaire. You're here in the Deliberate Millionaire Gathering, okay? And these are some of the things that we believe. In fact, these are the 5 foundational things that we believe. And if you will take them on, whether you stay with us for the long term or whether you just stay with us for the reset, I would, as I've already said, strongly urge you to stick around for at least a year. Okay, you'll be given the opportunity, and you'll be given the opportunity at a very discounted rate. And that's the only time you'll ever see that rate. Okay, so if you're going to do it then. But for now, let's just focus on the 14-day things. But as a deliberate millionaire, one of the first foundational belief is this: you are the authority in your life. I've kind of said it a few different ways, but you are the authority in your life. And I used to first say the foundation needs to be your connection with the divine, and your connection with the divine is critical. But actually, it's you recognizing who you are, because you are the one with all the choices. Again, the divine will not force you to prosper. It's up to you. It's up to you to decide, I choose to prosper. You are the authority in your life. What you decree must happen in your life. Nothing exists in your future that you haven't brought into it. You may not know that you're doing it, and that's why you're part of the Deliberate Millionaire Gathering, because you need to know how to use your power to create the life you want rather than using it against yourself sometimes. Okay? You are the authority in your life. You need to fully, truly own this. You are the authority in your life. Nothing, no one is. You're not a victim of the divine, or God, or whatever name you give your higher power. You're not a victim of life. You are creator. You can only be a victim when you allow yourself to be. It's your choice. Okay. Number 2, you are one with the divine, and therefore you are powerful. You are limitless. You are one with the divine. There is nowhere that the divine is not. The divine doesn't stop when your skin begins, and then the divine carries on. No. You are one with the divine. The same power that created everything you see, feel, touch in the physical reality. You have that power and that ability to create. You just don't know how. That again is part of being in the Deliberate Millionaire Gathering, is to learn how to deepen your connection with the divine, so that there's nothing between you and the divine. There's nothing between you and the divine's love energy. It is love energy materialized that creates all things. You need to learn how to wield that. And it starts with you recognizing that you are one with the divine. You are powerful. You are limitless. You are one with the divine. You are powerful. You are limitless. Number 3, your purpose here on planet Earth. A lot of people want to know what their life's purpose is. Your purpose is to enjoy being here on planet Earth. It is not to prepare for the next life. It is not to go through tests and challenges because something somewhere out there is checking to see whether you're naughty or nice, and whether the next life is going to be eternal fire for all eternity, or eternal heaven for all eternity, or virgins, or who knows what you've been told or taught or whatever. You are here on this planet, on this physical reality, or in this physical reality, because you are meant to enjoy being here in this physical reality. So the question you need to ask when you want to know your life's purpose is, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Now, people have been told, no, it's what the divine wants for you. That's what you're supposed to want. It's, honey, it comes down to, what do you want? What do you want? The divine is not going to force you to do anything. What do you want? Those desires were created into you. They were created into you. And most of the time we then are taught to, well, if you're brought up the way I was brought up, which is in a lot of religion, that I should let go of my own desires and find out what the divine wants from me. That's what the divine wants from me, is the desires I'm trying to let go of, basically. So because they were designed into me. As I express those desires, it's like I'm allowing the divine expression through me. You will always discover your purpose in what you want. And this is not just your work. It's in all areas of your life. What do you want? That is your life's purpose. Figure out the answer to that question, and you will know your life's purpose. Okay? And for a lot of y'all, you've given so much of your life to figuring out the divine's purpose for you, or what everybody else's agenda is for you. You've forgotten the answer to, what do I want? You've put it down so much that you stop listening to yourself. It's time to start listening to you again. It's time to start paying attention to you again. Okay? Making yourself a priority in your own life. This is your life. Enjoy it. Find a way to enjoy it. This is a path to enjoyment if you allow it to be. If you allow it to be. Number 4, you can leave behind the pain and limiting beliefs of the past, and you can rise victorious in your true design. Yes, you can heal. You do not have to be controlled by your past. It doesn't matter what environment you grew up in. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday, or with that partner that betrayed you, or blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff you can heal and get beyond. You can heal and get beyond and get into the life that you are meant for. There are strategies to healing and all of that stuff. You learn all of that as you stay within the Deliberate Millionaire Gathering. Okay? What we do believe is, yes, you can be free. We're all working towards stage 3, practical mystic. We're done with being painfully awakened, basically, where, yes, we know that we are the creator of our reality, but we have no idea exactly how to be. And it's so, as I said, it's such a painful place to be. That's stage 2. You're no longer stage 1, where you're a victim of life. And, you're a victim of life. Stage 2 is most of you all come in here. That's where you're at. You're awake. You know there's more. It's almost like you can't go back to being stage 1, because you know that there's more. You've done the studying and the reading and the going to conferences and all of that stuff. You know there's more for you. And yet you can't seem to get that more. There's reasons for it. And as you stick with us, you'll get to stage 3, where you're the practical mystic, and you will start to live the life that you're meant for. I'm not promising that it's always going to feel easy, but I am saying that it is absolutely yours to create. It is yours to create if you will do simple things consistently. You create your own reality is number 5. You already know this. You create your own reality, and it goes beyond beyond just your practical action. I recognize most of y'all here are hard workers. You know how to work hard. Anytime you want more money, you're happy enough to go and work more hours or find another job and blah, 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 blah. Except you get to the end of all of that, because you're only 24 hours in the day. What are you going to do? You can't do anymore. So as I said earlier, I had to learn. I have always known in some ways that I had to partner my spiritual authority with my practical action. Didn't always do it actively. But that's what I teach now, how we do both, how you are fully who you are. And in being fully divine self and human self working together, that's how you start to bring everything to life. So there are practical things that absolutely need to be done. Absolutely. We're in a physical reality. There's physical reality things that need to be done. Absolutely. There's no sitting around and just affirming stuff forever and then suddenly everything changes. You will be prompted, you will be nudged. There are things to do, and there's clear strategy for things that absolutely will change your life. However, strategy alone, if that was all you needed, you'd already be there. It's the mixture of both. Those are the 5 foundational beliefs. You will get them also. I wrote this whole post about it, so you'll get that as part of the training bits that come to you. So watch out in your emails because you'll get a reminder every day of the 7 things to do. Okay, and I need you to start to understand this. You are in what I call, in fact, I even wrote a song about this. But you're in a room with no walls. But you don't know that. You're in a room. Imagine you're in the middle of a room. Just imagine this with me. You are in the middle of a room. It's a vast, expansive room. You cannot see the end of this room. And in this room is every single thing you could ever desire. Call it your treasury. It has everything you could ever desire. But what you've done in the course of living your life is very consistently build a lovely wall, or 4 walls. You've built 4 amazing walls all around yourself. So you can no longer see the vastness and all the stuff that you want. You can't see it anymore. All you can see is what you have currently. And so there's a part of you that thinks that's all there is. There's nothing more. I can't, I've tried everything and nothing seems to work for me and blah, 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 blah. Because you're in this, you've boxed yourself in, but you don't know you've boxed yourself in. This 14-day reset is going to help you start pushing down those walls. So you start to notice that actually everything you want is within reach. You just had these walls that you put around yourself so you couldn't see. I want you to start to see. We're going to start breaking those old beliefs, those old ideas. And we're going to do it quite simply. If you allow it. I hope you do. I hope you do. I hope you do. Okay, so ultimately, yes, as I said, the reset is just to shake your fierce grip on reality. All those ideas you have of life being against you and you have to fight for every single thing. And if you make one mistake, everything is going to be ruined. And all those ideas that you have and your fear of other people, your fear of what people will think of you if you really, really went all in. All of that stuff will start to dissolve if you let it. If you let it, if you let it, if you let it. Okay, so let's go into the 7 simple things that I'm going to ask you to do. At this point, I want you to bring out your notebooks if you don't already have any. Good, you're taking notes. Excellent. Bring out a notebook if you don't have one already, because you're now going to take down the very first simple action here. Number 1, I easily accept new prosperity thoughts, and I am willing to increase my income now. Please write that down. And when you've done so, please put in the chat, done, 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 or just one done, it's fine. I easily accept new prosperity thoughts and I'm willing to increase my income now. I easily accept new prosperity thoughts and I'm willing to increase my income now. Yay, Latoya, done. Anybody else? I easily accept new prosperity thoughts and I'm willing to increase my income now. I'll wait for one more. I easily accept new prosperity thoughts and I am willing to increase my income now. Yay, excellent. Thank you, guys. Okay, so we're going to write that down 25 times. Not right now, but you will write that down 25 times from day 1 to day 4. Okay, so from day 1 to day 4, you write that down 25 times. I easily accept new prosperity thoughts and I'm willing to increase my income now. Even now, you're starting to accept new prosperity thoughts. Okay, so you're going to state that 25 times, day 1 to 4. The second affirmation, second action as well, is I accept prosperity as my divine right. I accept prosperity as my divine right. Please write that down and tell me when you're done. Tell me when you're done. Put that in the comments. Hey, loving the emojis and enemy. Thanks. Okay, so I'm waiting for some dones, some more dones. I accept prosperity as my divine right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I accept prosperity as my divine right. Excellent. Now we'll use this one from day 5 to day 14 or day 30. If you haven't had a tangible breakthrough, something in your health, something in your money, something in your relationship, something that you can look at and say, oh my gosh, was that a coincidence? Okay, that's it. Day 5 to 14 or day 5 to 30. Keep going until you have that experience. One, because for me, I know that that means that your subconscious is now ready to receive everything else that is going to start happening with it. Okay, so please just keep going. But yeah, for most of y'all, 5 to 14 is enough. For most of y'all, you'll see something within the first 7 days, truth be told. But if you do this consistently. Okay, so that's the second one. Again, writing 25 times, day 5 to 14 or 30. Yeah, this is an example of someone who did it and they got 300 pounds. Actually, that was an amount that I got as well, was 300 pounds that I found in my house. My daughter actually found in her bedroom. We still to this day have no idea where that money came from. But again, it was just like, oh, coincidence, or except I knew it wasn't coincidence. Though these things just happen, okay? And it does feel like, would it have happened anyway? No, it wouldn't have, but you don't know that. I'm telling you, okay? So watch out for these things. Watch out for these things. Somebody suddenly wanting to give you money or take you out to lunch and all of that stuff. Start to notice. And I'll tell you how you will start to notice as well. The third action is these words: free, fulfilled, abundant, love. I like to also add wealth, success, free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, abundant love, wealth, success, free, fulfilled, abundant love. That's, yeah, chanted away. Chanting these words over and over all through the day, as frequently as you remember, especially if your mind starts going to all these things never seem to work for me. Free, fulfilled, before you even finish the thought, go into free, fulfilled, abundant love. Remember, you are the authority in your life. So all those thoughts that you think, oh, I just can't seem to change the way I think, it's not true. You are the only one that can change the way you think. Okay, and you do it just simply by not dwelling on the fact that, oh, here I am again, I'm thinking the same thought. The moment you notice that you're thinking something that you don't actually think is going to be helpful to you, then change your mind. Your thoughts do matter. Your words do matter. Your feelings do matter. But I don't expect you to get it all perfect. Okay, it's only the painfully awakened who think that you have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just simply need to notice, oh, this isn't helpful to me. And the moment you notice, you change and decide, okay, free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, abundant love, wealth, success, go do something happy. But for the purposes of this 14-day thing, let's keep it simple. Just use these words. You walk into the bathroom, when you go for a walk, go for an affirmation walk, and just free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, abundant love, wealth, success, or use one of the affirmations and just keep saying this to yourself. Start to replace, because we're told by psychologists or something, I have no idea how they measured this, but they say we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. And if your 60,000 thoughts have been mostly the same for the last decade or 2 decades or whatever, is it any wonder that your life is just kind of stagnant? Because you've been thinking the same stuff, taking the same actions from those thoughts, feeling the same way from those thoughts, and all of that. Enough. So now you're choosing new thoughts by very deliberately choosing to say these to yourself: free, fulfilled, abundant love. I don't want you to add I am, because your subconscious mind, especially at the start, is going to be thinking, but you're not though. So forget any I ams, keep it simple: free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, done. Excellent. Free, fulfilled, abundant love, wealth, success, just numerous times every day. The moment you notice your mind is going crazy, or the moment you come back to yourself, because we get passive all through the day, the moment you come back to yourself and realize, oh, I haven't thought about whatever, or I am thinking about something I don't need to be thinking about, just immediately start under your breath, just saying free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, abundant love, wealth, success, free, fulfilled. When I did this first, my children did think I was slightly crazy, because I was walking around mumbling away. It's like, Mom, are you saying something? No, it's fine. Free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, mother, I'm fine. And people might think you're crazy. So what? Your prosperity is worth it, right? So numerous times each day, use those words. This was another example of someone who did it, and then they got a notification that they were about to receive money from some old website that wasn't even running anymore. Okay. The fourth action is that you, in the group, Monday to Friday, in the group, you will see this picture comes up, the Spirit Speaks picture. in the caption that goes along with the picture, number 4. Okay, I just want you to look at number 4. You don't need to look at any of the other stuff for now. For whilst you're doing this reset, don't look at anything else. Just look at number 4. Number 4 is the divine download. I sit with the divine every day and ask, what does the community need to hear? What does the people in the gathering need to hear today? And I write down whatever I hear from the divine. And what you're using this for is to connect yourself with the divine. So you read it, you sit down with your notebook for 5 minutes. So read it, it'll take you less than 2 minutes. You sit down with the divine and ask, how is this relevant to me? What are you saying to me through this? And then just see what comes up. See what comes up. See what you hear. Notice, see what you notice, see what you, because you might get pictures of things or images of things, or a little mind movie might come up or something. Notice, notice, notice. And write that stuff down, draw out whatever you see, and see what the divine is saying to you. This is part of you deepening that connection to the divine, okay? Deepening that connection to the divine. Well, how is this relevant to me? What are you saying to me through this? That's what I want you to ask the divine about, and notice and write down everything in your journal. Come and share with us in group. That would be great as well. But ultimately, it's for you. It's for you. So that's number 4. Yeah? Write down whatever you hear, you perceive, you feel. Yeah? Number 5, no complaining. I've had clients say to me, this is one of the hardest things to do, because you may start to notice when you actually start paying attention to the words coming out of your mouth that a lot of what you say is a complaint about something or the other. How something's not quite working out for you, or how, Christmas is all about the material and stuff. It's supposed to be about Jesus or something, basically. And even that's a complaint. Okay, and we're generally complaining to people that can't do anything about whatever it is. If there's something going wrong, of course, get it sorted. I'm not saying don't ask for things to be sorted out, but complaining is very different from very constructively getting a solution to an issue. So no complaining, no just sitting around whining about things. It's the moment you notice that you're doing it, again, don't beat yourself up. Don't even spend another second then saying, oh, I'm complaining again. No. The moment you notice, oh, free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, abundant, or just stop talking to whoever it is you're talking to, or think of something that you can be grateful for instead. Turn it around, ultimately. Turn it around to something. And yes, you might get some weird looks, ultimately, from people if you're suddenly about to launch into a big complaint and suddenly remember, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing that. And then you stop. It might get you some funny looks, but please, your prosperity, again, is worth some funny looks. Okay? So you might notice that actually, even though most of the people around you complain all the time about something, and it may actually start to grate. And also you, with your newfound positivity, might start to grate on the people around you. So bear in mind that they too are having to go through your change with you. So yours is simply to notice that you're about to launch into complaining and, okay, I don't want to do that. What would I rather say? And if you can't think of anything to say, which you probably won't be able to at the start, because you might realize that a lot of what you say is always something to complain about. And that's okay. You're just noticing now, you're becoming more aware of it, so you don't have to keep doing it. You just turn the conversation around or stop talking. And inside of yourself, you can be saying free, fulfilled, abundant love, free, fulfilled, abundant love, whilst carrying on, letting them carry on whatever they're saying. You don't have to join in. Ultimately, no complaining, particularly not about money. Particularly not about money. No complaining about money, okay? Again, this was somebody who did it and got a whole new yoga studio, ultimately, and now her free, fulfilled, abundant love is rolling off her tongue. Let it be rolling off yours as well, okay? Okay. Okay, the 6th action is celebrate yourself. Celebrate each day. So yes, gratitudes, but also celebrating you. Celebrating you. Again, as I said earlier, a lot of you've forgotten you in the middle of trying to keep everybody else around you satisfied and happy and serving them and fulfilling their agendas for you as well as for themselves. You want to see them rise, but you've forgotten you. And in fact, you can sometimes be your harshest critic. I want you to start every day to look for things to celebrate about yourself and also about your day. The other side of this is this, because most of us were brought up to look for the stuff that is about to go wrong. We're always looking for something going wrong. We always notice when things are going wrong. I like to tell the story of when I started in my property stuff, when I found the strategy that really, really worked for me. I was doing it and I was managing 65 tenants. I would have one tenant not paying their rent, 64 paying, but that one person would consume my brain all I could think about is, what am I going to do about this one person? They're not paying their rent. Oh my God. Oh my, oh my. And that's, most of us were trained or programmed to look for things going wrong. You notice that to the exclusion of anything going right. You don't notice the stuff going right, which is why this action exists. This whether it's gratitudes you want to call them or celebrations, whatever, ultimately, you must end each day by looking over your day for things that went well, things about yourself that you choose to celebrate. And it is a very conscious choice to look for the good. Because if you don't very consciously choose to look for the good, you will only notice the things that are going wrong, because that's just the normal stance of life. Enough. We are deliberate millionaires. We live life deliberately, and we look deliberately for things going right. Because I know that even with this, if you do not take the time to look for things going right, you could have a manifestation and you won't even notice. Because there might be some other thing that's just taking over your mind, like me with my one tenant, 64 paying well, but no, one tenant is all my attention was on. And yes, I did need to sort it out, absolutely. But the way it consumed my brain, no, it wasn't helpful. It's not helpful to you either to live in that way, always looking for something going wrong, always looking for how it's all, nothing ever seems to work for me. And every day, at the end of each day, please take the time to look back over your day and write out some of your gratitudes, and come and share at least one of them with us in group. Come and share at least one of them with us in group. I do my gratitudes Monday to Friday as well. I send out an email to remind you to do yours and come and put it on the post that I put mine on. So if I can do it, yes, I only do it Monday to Friday, but you need to do it every single day for at least the 14 or 30 days that you're doing this, okay? For at least that, I would say continue. It needs to become a habit for you. It needs to become a habit for you. And that's what all these things is to break out of some of your older habits and put new habits in place, okay? So please, 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 please come and put your gratitudes in group, okay? But share them with yourself first, and then come and put them in group with us. And then number 7 is just do it. It used to say only just do it, but I've given you an action, bonus action here. It's get some actual notes. Get some actual notes of money, or one note. Even one note is fine. Bring it up to your nose. Smell it. Smell the scent of money. Woohoo! And say to yourself, I am at one with an awesome amount of money. Basically, and I want you to really enjoy. You don't have to say that loud. You don't have to sound that crazy, but unless you're on your own, in which case, really go for it. Okay. But I'm at one with an awesome amount of money. I am at one with a heck of a lot of money. Or one I particularly love, and in fact did a whole affirmation music thing to it, is money flows to me with ease, simplicity, and speed. Woo! Basically, money flows to me with ease, simplicity, and speed. Money is easily attainable, endlessly available. Oh, yes, any of those words would be good. So smell the money and then just say that stuff and really allow yourself to fully embrace that. And I need you to understand something here. You're not trying to magic money out of nothing. The truth of the matter is that money is ultimately love energy materialized, and there is no end to love energy. There's no end to love energy. Love is everywhere. As I said, love materializes everything, okay, including money. So there's no end to love. What you're learning to do is it's just like turning steam into ice. You're learning to manifest. You're learning to manifest things. So things come from the divine realm into the physical realm or physical reality. That's what you're learning to do. So you're not trying to magic something out of magic or trying to convince yourself of something, although you are trying to remember the truth, which is that money is easily attainable and endlessly available because love is. And money is ultimately love energy converted into matter. That's the truth of it. It's the truth of it. Okay. So you're just reminding yourself of the truth. You're not trying to, I don't know what. I know the law of attraction. It becomes that you're attracting things, blah, blah, but I need you to understand these affirmations are not you trying to magic something out of something. You're just reminding yourself of what has always been true, but you forgot. Okay. And you started to live to an affirmation of struggle and hard and blah, blah, blah. But now you're reminding yourself of the actual truth, which is prosperity is my divine right. It really is. I get to choose it. I get to create it. I am one with a heck of a lot of money because I'm one with a heck of a lot of love. It is the truth. It is the truth. And now I make it my truth. Okay. So understand that. Yeah. Okay. So smell money. That is our final action. That is all. That is all. It is not hard to do. It's simple, simple, simple things to do. Anyone can do them. Being self-aware is important. Yes. Looking at you guys' comments in here. I've just come back around to look at things. I have a lot of work to do on this complaining thing. I know, don't we all? I've had to as well. But again, please, 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 if you notice that you've complained, again, do not then start beating yourself up. Remember, we're celebrating ourselves. Immediately just switch over to saying something useful. Okay, being self-aware is important. Absolutely is. Focus on the positive. I'm grateful that I'm joining this amazing. Yes, it's great. It's lovely to have you here, Julie. I picked my 10 euros smelling it. Yes. Are you becoming a witch? Yeah, maybe you are. Excellent. Yes, we already found somebody telling you you're weird, and that's okay. Anyway, so that's all. That's all. That's all. Now that you know what these 7 steps are, question: will you do it? Will you do it? Will you make a commitment to yourself first, and then an agreement with us here? And if you're listening to the recording, come and do it in group. Write in the group, right there in chat there, I will do it. I will do it. If you've heard it, you know you can do it. The question is, will you? I will do it. Even with Christmas coming up, even with New Year coming up. And even if you do forget, will you start from day one and start again? If you find that you've forgotten, will you choose to start again? Because you're going to get your reminders from me. You just need to look at your emails. So make sure you're staying on top of your emails from me. You will get email reminders from me. I will do it. If that is you making that commitment, then please write it there. I will do it. Excellent, JP. Yes, yes, yes. My son accused me of being a witch last week. Oh, well. I will do it by the power inside of you. Yes, you will. Guys, and remember this. Remember this. Let's also make this simple for yourself. You have a phone, right? You can put a reminder on your phone. You can put a reminder on your phone. I will send you reminders in terms of emails and such, but you can also put an alarm on your phone for a certain time every day. Make a decision. Am I going to do first thing in the morning? Am I going to do this last thing at night? Am I going to do the first thing in the morning or last thing at night? If you're going to do it last thing at night, I'm going to send out the replay this evening. You start immediately. If you're going to do it first thing in the morning, you'll get the replay this evening. You do it first thing when you wake up in the morning. But this is it. Put an alarm on. Make this simple for yourself. Make this simple for yourself. You're really, truly committed to staying consistent. Put an alarm on. Put an alarm on so that at that time, whatever you're doing, you drop it, you go do the thing. Basically, I'm actually getting to understand the Bible better with your teaching. Absolutely, I know you will, because there's so many amazing secrets within the Bible that I can see so differently from the way that I used to see it. Actually, now that I see things differently, it's like, oh my God, it's been there all along. It's been there all along. So yes, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you see that you're learning a lot from the Bible now, that you're seeing things even a bit more differently. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Committed, but sometimes caught up at work. Yeah, okay. There must be a time that you know that you won't be caught up at work. Set it so you know your rota or whatever. Set the alarms for those different times for each day. So that way you're doing now whilst it's all exciting and whatever. Set the alarms. Look at your rota. Decide, okay, so I can't do it at the same time every single day, but I could do it this many days. And then that day I might have to do it at a different time. Work it out. Take yourself seriously. Instead of leaving it to, well, I hope I'll remember. No, you won't. You're in the habit of doing certain things. You're trying to form a new habit. Of course, you're going to need new ways of doing things. So anyway, some of y'all have made that commitment that you will do it. Great. As a result of that inner commitment, I can assure you that there will be all kinds of reasons trying to get in the way. All the doubts and the fears, is this going to work for me? All the inner demons are going to come up for air. And at that point, you have the choice to either, oh, well, I should just figure it out myself or whatever. Or please stop. Don't do that. Don't do the lone wolf thing. You are now a member of the Deliberate Millionaire Gathering. Come into group. Share what's going on with you. We have the opportunity to do check-ins. Come and share your check-ins. Come and do a check-in within the group. What is happening? What stopped you today? What makes you feel yuck today? What is going on? What is divine trying to get through to you? You read the divine download. Are you getting a message through that you would just like some support around? Come and ask in group, okay? Use the group. Take advantage of it. I'm in there practically every day, doing some kind of teaching or looking at people's check-ins, responding to things. I'm there every day, okay? I want to support you. I want to do life with you as well. So come into group, take advantage of it. If you are that person, however, that would rather, that you know that you need some private support, then the option as well is to come and do a session with me. For this 14 days, you get the opportunity to do the Make Your Life Work Better diagnostic consultation with me. So if you're struggling, whatever, you just need some support, let's have a conversation. I need to change that. It's actually a 45-minute session. So it's a 45-minute session. Come and let's have a conversation, okay? The link is there, but also the link, you'll be reminded of this during the 14 days that we're doing stuff, okay? But it's only available to people in the gathering during that 14-day period, okay? What happens during this diagnostic session is that I will lead you through a series of powerful questions just to get clarity on what's going on with you, who you are, what you want, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll look at anything that is getting in the way. So any emotional, spiritual blocks that are keeping you stuck in the wrong life for you. And then you will leave that session with some kind of strategy to transition to your free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life. If it feels appropriate, I will suggest that we work together going forward, if that feels appropriate for you. Okay. So yeah, that's another option. So either use the group or use the session. Use the session. The session at the moment is $22.22. So, and so, as I said, it's only available during the 14-day reset. Okay. If you do it outside of that 14-day reset, it'll just be put towards your membership of of abundance, because abundance will also be offered to you after you're done with the reset. And as I said to you guys, please don't be that person who does this, gets a breakthrough, and then goes back to living the life that you always lived, telling yourself, oh, I know everything now, I'm fine. If that was true, you'd already be where you want to be. And if you keep doing what you've always done, why would anything change? Come on. There is more available to you, and you know it. So make sure you take advantage of all of this stuff that is on offer to you, okay? So whether you work with me privately, whether you stay in abundance or stay in the gathering for at least a year, because you're trying to change decades of programming. We're trying to reprogram you. It's going to take more than 14 to 30 days. It's a start. Woohoo! And I expect you to have a tangible breakthrough, but please don't just go back to living life the way you used to. Please. But ultimately, it's your choice. It's your choice. It's your choice. Ultimately, what you have learned here is absolutely enough. The first time you get offered the membership, it will be $7 a month. After that, it goes back to its regular price, which at the moment is $22 a month. But you will be offered it for $7 a month if you take advantage of it when you're offered it first. Okay. Okay, so that's the price of that for membership, but you won't hear about that until you've completed the 14-day reset. So just keep an eye on your emails around that. But for right now, guys, what you've learned so far is enough. Please do it. But again, I can only invite, and I will continue to invite, and I'll keep showing up. It's now on you. You said you will do it. Do it, my love. Do it. Okay, and on that note, my loves, it's been such a pleasure sharing this with you. We're going to end, we're going to say a love prayer together. So we're going to say a prayer together. So if you're willing, let me share the screen with you. No, it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure because, again, when you say that thank you for accepting to be used, I don't feel used. This is my purpose. This is what I'm meant to be doing. I feel good doing it, ultimately. So it's like, that's what I say about, finding your purpose. It is always going to be connected to what you want to do. Always. Okay. So remember that. You're never going to be forced to do anything. Anyway, love prayer. Let's say this together and then we'll bring this to a close. Deep breath, hands on heart. You can just say the words with me. There is only one power, and that power is your love, divine. I am one with you. I am one with your love. I am powerful. I am limitless. And what I decree must come to pass. Your love transmutes all layers of doubt. And when I say transmutes, it ultimately it changes, it dissolves your doubts and your fears. But anyway, carrying on. Your love transmutes all layers of fear. Your love keeps me focused. Your love keeps me clear. Your love transmutes all layers of guilt. Your love transmutes all layers of shame. Your love keeps me focused. Your love keeps me in the game. Your love transmutes all layers of regret. Your love transmutes all layers of despair. Your love restores my hope, my peace, my joy. Your love restores my youth and my years. Your love transmutes all resentment and envy. Your love transmutes all hate and all rage. Whew. Your love transmutes any bitter root within me. Your love rebuilds my self-trust and my faith. Your love flows freely through me right now, resolving, dissolving, evolving. Your love flows freely through me right now, harmonizing and adjusting. Your love flows freely through me right now, resolving, dissolving, evolving. Your love makes me magnetic to the desires of my heart. For a moment now, just imagine what your desires are. Think about it. What are those things that you really want to see happen? Picture it in your mind right now. Allow love to surround that desire. Your love makes me magnetic to the desires of my heart. Yes, 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 yes. I feel your love propelling me forward into greater and greater financial prosperity right now. Woo! Money, wealth, riches are flooding into my life from everywhere and in great abundance with ease and with speed. Woohoo! It is done. Thank you. And on that note, my lovelies, it's such a pleasure sharing all of this with you. I'll put it in group. I'll put it in group so you can see it there, okay? Much, much love, guys. It's been a pleasure sharing all of this with you. I look forward to hearing from you each day in group. Do not go missing. Show up. Let's do this thing together. Let's do life together. Much amazing love. You will get the recording later on today. Go forth and prosper. Woohoo! Bye. You're very welcome, Annemiek and Julie, all y'all. Lovely to have you here. Much love. Come and introduce yourself in group if you haven't done so already. That's something else. Introduce yourself in group. I want to know you. I want to do life with you. Bye. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love